everyone. Hope all is well. So I'm going to go ahead and play this clip. You've seen it about Sesame Place. Boo! Really? The music you're not gonna hear, okay? Because I don't know if this is someone's particular music, but you know how it can get, and I don't want any issues. So here we have two beautiful baby girls at Sesame Place, and here's some character. Some very mean, racist, inconsiderate character toward children. And I follow Afro Elite on Twitter. So here's this thing in the getup, and this is how the sweet little darlings are, the young girls. So mother calls out Sesame Place after a character seemingly ignores her two children during the parade. Mother is not happy after a recent trip to Sesame Place. She's calling them out after a person in a Rosita costume is seen dismissing two black children who wanted a hug. So she gave whoever that idiot is in that green costume of Rosita, gave the other kids a high five. Hey, whatever, how you doing? But when it came to our girls, here's what happened. I'm finding. Not you, beautiful girls. Not you, ladies. Are you really serious? So after that, here's a photo of the. So she's looking like it's like that, huh? Yeah, and I guess it is. I guess it is. Unfortunately, it's like that. And this here, so here are the two beautiful queens. She's looking like, what just happened here? And she's like, wow, her expression, that's what I see. This person here says, this is where it starts. They have 70 more years of feeling this way. Let's talk about where it starts. Now, before I go ahead and talk about that, I want to go ahead and share with you. So here is a press conference. Okay. Here's little cutie pie. So sorry that happened to her. She did not deserve that. I see it as a racist moment. New York City press conference is held in response to viral Sesame Place incident. So basically, here's the article. It says, the family from the viral Sesame Place video continues to apply pressure as they proceed to call the park out, as they allege that two of their children were discriminated against. On Wednesday, the family, along with the social justice organization Until Freedom, held a press conference in New York City to address the incident. During the press conference, the mother who recorded the viral video, Jody Brown, was joined by her niece, Nyla Brown, one of the two young girls from the video, as well as her attorney, B. Ivory Lamar. It was revealed that her daughter, Skylar Brown, the other young girl from the video, is currently in isolation as a result of the incident. I just wonder if she feels embarrassed or something. When asked what the family is seeking, they made it clear that no amount of money will make right after what the experience had caused. Instead, they are looking for Sesame Place to take full accountability for the situation, as well as the termination of the performer in the Rosita costume from the video. They're also demanding that the company take care of any health care or mental care expenses that the children may need due to the incident. Okay, so that is the reason for the conference here with Until Freedom. And here's the mom, one of the beauty queens. Again, I'm sorry she had to face that. And let's get to it. Now, this is my opinion. Is going to take my commentary a different view on what a lot of people may see. They may be like, what are you kidding? This is why I want Black women to please put yourself first. I'm begging you, because nobody else is. So this is what you receive, what our children can look forward to receive, and dealing with the majority in this country. This happens. Discrimination, racism, it is real. So this happens in society. Then in the BC, it also happens. So imagine these little girls, you're at Sesame Place, different people, and they may live in a community that could be, different nationalities. I don't know if they do or not. But everybody else is getting a high five except you. So that right there is very hurtful. This girl looks like stunned and devastated. Like, what? So our children get to learn about racism early. Yeah, they sure do. They get to learn about it early. Now, aside from the racism issue, imagine that's what you have to deal with in society, and then you're even catching that heat in the community with people that look exactly like you. Gee, what do you think that says? You're having to deal with this with people that don't look like you, and then you have to deal with the same thing, sometimes worse because of violence, with people that do look like you. You have to deal with this in society, and then you have the men who want to let you know every day that you are not worthy. For the ones who don't get it, the black men as a collective, they have shown you who they are. They have. They have shown you who they are and how they feel about the community and how they feel about black women in general. Is it every black man? No. The majority, I would say yes. This here, the treatment of the majority in society and then of your own, is a recipe for low self-esteem. This is why I want black women to put themselves first. Nobody else is. And when issues like this arise, you will face a lot of criticism. Oh, and the black community have to deal with so much that they ain't hurting them girls. It is. These are children. For some reason, people think like, oh, anything hard and tough, oh, black women, they can do it. They can do it all. Why? Because they've seen us go through so much. So imagine having to deal with this hurt growing up. Then you look up, as they grow up, young women, even the men that look like you, they hate you too. But time something goes wrong, black women's, where y'all at, black women's? Put yourself first. I wish I knew who these girls were. I just want to send them cards and flowers. I really do. This is a good example. Put yourself first. Nobody else is going to. And you're thinking we're disrespected in that community? Of course. We're also disrespected in our own community. That's why we have to tell the ones who don't like us and who hate us, they can take two birds, and you know what? They can bug off. I don't care what, they can disappear. All I know is I'm a queen and I feel wonderful about myself. This is how you get low self-esteem. And if you're not in tune with your kids to explain these kind of situations, I'm afraid they'll internalize it. And then they look at their own community, how they're not valued. Kids are programmed by what they see. We are shaped by our experiences. So that's my concern. They will internalize this. So that's how you're treated there at Sesame Place and maybe in school. And then amongst your own community, you get the bad treatment. So it's bad all around. I'm sure the moms, I'm hoping they did explain this to them that, hey, that's just one mean, hateful person, but you are a beautiful young woman. Sometimes bad things happen to awesome, amazing people. I hope they're expressing that to them. And if not, I think it's time for people to kind of maybe check in more with your kids. Check in more and find out, hey, what's going on? How was school today? When's the last time you had a family meeting or maybe a one-on-one with your kid? Everyone okay? Hey, I'm just checking in on you because I love you and you are so important. And everything's going okay? You ever counted somebody that wasn't nice to you? Did you ever have you ever counted that? Because sometimes kids they're very standoffish. They're not going to say. So maybe you have to kind of pull it out of them. You got to kind of dig. Ask them. Was there maybe somebody that wasn't nice to you today? So how did you handle it? How did it make you feel? Well, guess what? That person that wasn't nice to you, that person is a loser. I know. And sometimes, hurt people and to hurt people, it's important to have those conversations. That way you can kind of see where the mind thought, the process is. What's going on with them? We don't need no low self-esteem, queens. We don't need that. And we sure as hell don't need any manners. Well, those things happen and you just go on. So we need to reinforce the empowerment of how you see yourself. Forget about what everybody else thinks. We just really need to reinforce, okay, guess what? You are a strong individual. You want to know why? Because you have beauty, you have intelligence. Guess what? Most of all, you are loved by your family, by your parents. I think it's so important. Seeing this video, I thought about that. A lot of people need to stay more in tune with their their kids. Especially black girls. I do, because society is letting trying to get you programmed for the pity party, trying to get you programmed to become the mammy of the year, and we're not having it. They're trying to get you things like this here, trying to get you programmed to accept less, or you're less than. I'm gonna treat you accordingly. No, that person is less than. That's why they behave that way. I wouldn't do that to any child. I wouldn't. Well, unless it looked like Zimmerman, okay, maybe I would. Sorry, I said it. If it, it's just like, oh, you're Zimmerman's son. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to not even talk about that. But I think, look at this right here. This is reinforcement that our girls, we need to kind of check in with our kids more so, and let them know, hey, if that happened, so how did that make you feel? And guess what? Hurt people want to hurt people, and that's why they do that. This is in no way a reflection of you. That's that person. It's not you. Because obviously, guess what? They don't know you. If they did, my goodness, they would celebrate how wonderful you are. So this here, I want to address this issue. Black women are going to have to do it. And the black men that care. If you care about your kids, we have to have family meetings. We have to check in. What's going on with their psyche? Things like this happen. Maybe it wasn't your daughter. Show them the video. Have the dialogue. Neek, you saw this video. Well, what do you think about that, Neek? What do you think about it? And then let your daughter know how awesome she is. That's what I think. So I hate this happen. It is inexcusable. Again, this child here looked like, I think she was just like so heartbroken. And the other one's kind of looking like, so that's how it is, huh? Yep, that's how it is. But guess what? I just don't want our girls to internalize this, our children to, and it could happen to a black boy, the same thing, to internalize this hatred. Because you look at that, and then you come to the community, and it's the same thing. Sadly. The haterade, the jealousy. So I just think it's really important when you see things like this here, this could be the time maybe to have a conversation with your kids. If it's not your kids, maybe kids in your family, have the conversation and just reinforce. That's a reflection of that person. They are rude, you're not, but they need to understand, despite what happens and how people try to subjugate you or treat you, at the end of the day, you are valued because you're part of this family. And we love you. And we think the world of you. So things like this here, I think it should be a teachable moment, especially when it comes to our girls. I do believe that. Because you'll have that, then they'll see, well, a lot of black men disrespect black women and holler about Snow Bunny. I wish Snow Bunny would take them all. That way we would have less baby mamas. We would have less little TT running around here. Snow Bunny, please come get the dusties. Any self-hating chocolate drop dust bucket, please come pick them up tonight, preferably. You need to give me your cash app. Please take all the dusties. So you look at that, and then you look at how in society, everybody is glorified but you. So this This is where it starts. They have 70 more years of feeling this way. Let's not forget how we treat our girls in the Black community. So yeah, I think things like this here, it should be a teachable moment. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. But it should be a teachable moment because this is happening. And like I said, then the double whammy, they get older, and what they're seeing now, why are these black dudes hollering snow bunny, snow bunny? Oh, they're putting them on a pedestal. But then some bad happens. Black women's, black women's. Uh-uh. I believe people say, my belief is you get what you give. If you're giving dust, I don't have anything for you. The mammy train, super black woman, always giving and giving while you're disrespected. Another example, the most disrespected and unprotected woman, black woman. And the same thing is with our girls. So yeah, I think parents, black women in particular, black parents and fathers, they should show this video to their girls and let them know, their children, this happens, and have that dialogue. But it needs to end with them understanding that you are a family and they are loved and they are protected, and just let them know about the awesome person that they are. I really believe that. And I hope that the conversation has been had with these two young girls. But yeah, this is where it starts and it continues. And not just there in the greater society where there's the majority of people, but it also, I hate to tell you, the disrespect actually starts in most cases in the home and in the BC. So yeah, so food for thought. Let me know what you guys think, and I am out.